What is up, you guys? It is your boy Jad here from Puma Plow. Welcome back to another Farming Simulator 19. This time, guys, of course, we're back on Fenton Forest 4X by Stevie. How y'all doing? It's time for a high speed. Channel my inner redneck there for a second. High speed. Adult or no? What is this? Barley harvest. Barley. Appreciate you guys clicking on the video. Welcome back. Happy Monday. Happy cold, snowy. That cold and snowy for anybody besides me? Because that's what it's supposed to be here. About 10 degrees and snow. Can't wait. Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to come clean here real fast. I've already, words are hard. I'm running out of words. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I've already recorded this voiceover once. And then when I went to push stop recording, it said start recording. Because I never pushed start recording the first time. So this is me doing the voiceover a second time. Anyway, it'll be better this time. Because see, the first time I ranted about the weather. Ranted about the weather for 20 minutes. Not really. At least 10. I won't do that this time. I'll still talk about it because is it cold here? But if you notice, I'm out of words. So, like, you know, don't hold that against me, right? Because I already did this once. Anyway, I was hoping to be in bed by now. That's okay. It's all good. I'm actually not tired. I need to be tired. I need to go to bed. Because I'm streaming tomorrow. Haha. I am. Shameless plug. Today for you guys, noon central. So right when this video comes out, I will be live on Twitch, twitch.tv/PumaPlow. We're going to be playing some SnowRunner. A couple of guys and I are going to be jumping in and playing in some snow and mud and all that good stuff. We actually, well, we've been struggling on that Kodiak Island or whatever it is. I forget. We call it COVID. I know that's not the name of it, but like, that's just what we're calling it. It's rough. It really is rough. It is a rough map. And we've been struggling. We finally, I think, we're almost done with the first one. There's like 2 of that map. We're pretty well about done with the first one. We still have stuff to do, don't get me wrong. But we should be on the second one tomorrow. And then next up for us in that game is the Yukon, which is still not the newest content, but like the content before the newest content. Because they just released Michigan for that game as well. So, not Michigan, Wisconsin. There's a ton of content in that game. That game has hours and hours and hours of content. It's kind of amazing, honestly. And it's like, when you don't play it for 3 months, or was it 6 months? Whatever it was, it's like you get kind of far behind. And then I'm trying to play it all on stream because it's fun to share it and show people the game and stuff. But you might spend like we messed with logs for like 2 hours the other day. Like the same load. I'm just saying, it was awful. So anyway, it was fun. It was awful, but it was fun. But it was pretty awful. It was fun at the same time, you know? Anyway, so that's happening at noon to about, 4:30, 5 o'clock. Then on Monday at 6 p.m. Central, we are starting brand new in Rust. We've reset our tech trees and everything. So we are brand new, wiping everything and starting over. It's going to be interesting. We just kind of made the decision to do that, and should be a good time. So it's going to be kind of difficult actually, because some of these like bigger maps that we're playing on now, they don't have like, they have as much say scrap, because you use scrap to like get your tech tree unlocked. They have a lot of scrap, but it's farther like spread out. So when we were playing that like smaller map, this stuff was like on top of each other. So you could get a lot of scrap in just a few minutes. But on this bigger map, you got to travel farther. So it's kind of like a pro and a con kind of thing. But it's all good. We'll have fun. That'll be Monday night. Tuesday during the day, guys, I will not be playing this map. I'll be playing Freedom Farms by Stevie. Probably going to clean up all the silage. We harvested all that chaff the other day, all the corn, and made it into silage. Probably going to be cleaning all of that up and selling it and getting ready for our next adventure on that map, which will be Saturday. we might delay it by a Saturday. I'm not sure. I might not. We might look at a different map on Saturday. Anyway, we're going to bale a silage bale, haylage bale, whatever, bale and wrap that entire map, because that's gonna be it's gonna be something. Anyway, it's gonna be a whole thing. So like Friday night or Thursday during the day, I'm trying to run through my Twitch schedule, and it's just I'm losing brain cells over here. Sorry, or I'm getting tired. I'm tired, but I'm not tired. You know what I'm saying? Ready to go in the house and lay down. It's a whole thing. Anyway, we're going to get through this video together, guys. I swear. It's going to be okay. Thursday during the day, I'll probably stream this map. Probably harvest the big field on this side, actually. Probably get at least 3 combines, maybe 4 fired up. Probably should just go for 4 and be done with it and get it done, you know? The 4 combines, 4 auger wagons. It'll be a frame rate fest with all the pathfinding by course play, but that's okay. And then Friday night we'll probably play more Rust. And Saturday I'm not sure what we'll do yet. I don't know, because like, yeah, we might wait a week and do the stuff on Freedom. So not Freedom Farm. Not sure. Anyway, this harvest, guys, this harvest took roughly 2 hours with 2 combines, which wasn't bad, but I didn't realize it was going to take this long. But at the same time, it actually worked out quite well. And I did cut some footage out in the middle, but that's okay. That's whatever. And I didn't like where this combine was, so I moved it, obviously. I didn't realize which way the combines were going to harvest. When I made the course, I didn't pay attention to which side of the course, we'll say, was like green and which side was red. Like which side it starts on or not. So this was right at the end of the course, basically. The end of the course is right there on the left. So he would have been done like really fast. So we'll just jump him over in the field farther, so he can run a lot farther instead of just like a little bit, you know. Obviously I'd have a course play driver helping me, because this barley yield is real. That big field's going to be insane. Probably have to run a mother bin and trucks for that, or mother bin and a truck maybe. That's probably what I'll end up doing. Mother bin and a truck to haul it up here to this storage, or maybe to the homestead. Probably over here, just because why not? Yeah, maybe to the homestead. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I do on Thursday at noon on Twitch. Links in the description as always, by the way. But yeah, so about 2 hours of harvesting here for this harvest. It's not bad. And if you see any rogue driving during this video, I was watching the Daytona 500 because they were rain delayed for like 5 hours or something. And by the time I was recording this, it was on and I enjoyed it. I basically watched every lap of the race. The only thing I really missed was caution laps after the rain delay. And so you're not really missing anything because they're just driving around behind a pace car. So I watched the first, lap at the farm, came home, ate dinner, and then got on the computer and I was like, hey, they're about to restart. So let's boogity, 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 Yeah, that's the first NASCAR race that I've watched pretty much the whole thing in years and years and years. And actually did not realize it's 20 years since Dale Earnhardt had his accident and everything. I've told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again because it's one of those things in history. Like, where were you when 9/11 happened or whatever? It's kind of like that. That race where Dale Earnhardt had his accident was the first NASCAR race that I had ever watched. I probably had seen them before, but never really paid attention to it. And I can remember it was a Sunday. My dad was working because he at that time he worked every third Saturday during the spring and summer. Well, and pretty much all year round. Actually, back then they used to be open. Where Dad works used to be open pretty well all year round on Sundays, and then there were 3 of them, so he would work every third Sunday. It was my dad, the boss, and then the guy that used to be in charge of parts. So they kind of trusted him to run the store basically on a Sunday. I mean, there were other people there too, but they kind of had the 3 quote bosses, if you will. You know what I'm saying? And then it was, the store could be open as long as one of them was there. So anyway, He was working. I had slept in because I'm sure I was up playing some video game the night before, late, because that's what I did. I mean, I still do, but you know. And yeah, I just remember watching it, and I was hooked. I mean, it's not necessarily because of the accident or anything. It was so cool. It's like, man, this is awesome stuff. And you know, because of that race, like not Dale Earnhardt, but Michael Waltrip is my all-time favorite driver. I'm just saying, I really liked him. I became a NASCAR fan after watching that race. I watched quite a bit after that and paid attention to the sport there for a couple of years, and probably more of a casual fan setting. I wasn't too like, you know, into it. I wasn't wearing, you know, NASCAR hats and like watching every second of everything, because that just wasn't me. You know, I was more of a, I don't know. I just didn't do that, but I enjoyed it, watching it. So I did. I would watch it on occasion, and like I said, Michael Waltrip became my all-time favorite. Just the way he carries himself. He's kind of goofy, not too serious. I like that. I like his attitude. I like his character. You know, he seems like a good guy. Just a good old boy, you know, you can tell. And I really liked him. You know, other drivers over the years, you know, I've liked them, but I wouldn't say I have a current favorite NASCAR driver. But definitely all time would be Michael Waltrip. Let me know in the comments, actually, if you guys have followed NASCAR at all. Maybe you used to, or used to watch it with your parents or something, or I don't know. Let me know. A, do you guys watch NASCAR? And B, who's your driver? I'm kind of interested to hear that, not gonna lie. You know, because like for a while Tony Stewart was the man, and then he kind of had that incident on the short track. Yeah, I'm like, I don't really root for this guy anymore. Just saying. You know, you can say what you want about that incident. It's whatever. It's up for debate, I guess. But I wasn't a fan of him after that little incident. Ryan Newman, he's still racing. He got crashed out of the 500, but he's still racing. You know, his big crash last year, that was insane crash last year. Always kind of liked Ryan Newman. Jimmy Johnson, because I like Lowe's, so I always like Jimmy. And of course, why wouldn't you like a guy that just all he does is win championships, you know? I'm just saying. I always kind of liked him a little bit. Who else over the years? There's lots of drivers, you know? Lots of drivers. Hard to think of those old names from back in the day. But you hear of one and you're just like, oh yeah, I remember him. Like Mark Martin, or like Ward Burton, you know, or Jeff Burton. You know, you hear these old names, you're just like, oh yeah, he was awesome. I liked him, or whatever. It's kind of funny. Piles of straw are gonna be the bane of my existence, by the way, I think. Not really, but yeah. A little bit of an issue there. Just do a 360 no scope and we're good to go. Hey, that's the second time tonight I've said that joke, because, you know, the first recording wasn't recorded. As I'm staring at the thing on my screen that says recording, and it's a red light over there. I see it. It says recording. I see it now. 13 minutes. I see it. I'm just saying, I see you over there. Oh, right there. I was watching NASCAR. Actually, it was really fun. It was really cool. I had NASCAR, you know me with my FBI monitor setup, guys, probably. Yeah. Which actually I have an idea for that. I need to talk to Carson, but anyway. Somebody said the other day when I did the flex cam on my stream that my setup looks like an FBI setup, and I was just like, okay, so I have ideas. We'll see if it ever happens, but I have an idea. Need to talk to Carson about it because it involves him, because it's like graphic-y, you know. Anyway, so I had NASCAR up on my like top center screen, Farm Sim obviously on my bottom center screen, my recording program on my left bottom screen, and then I had a streamer who was doing a iRacing Daytona 500 full length. Streamed for almost like 6 hours or something. I think he was doing it the whole time. I'm not sure because I wasn't there the whole time, but I was just like, you know, that's kind of cool. So I had that on like my bottom right screen. I was just like kicked back in my chair, just driving my auger wagon. like really enjoying it, you know, just having a good time, chilling. And so that's why you'll see some rogue driving. Like I said earlier, I was watching the 500, watching the iRacing 500, and driving auger wagon, you know. It was the whole thing. It really was. But it was fun. This is a good field. You know, like you can tell this field is big, but at the same time, you don't realize how big it is till you stick a couple of combines out there and, you know, get her done and actually pay attention to the harvest and not just like horseplay and dip, which, you know, I'm known to do. I won't lie. I'm known to do that. I do like my horseplay. You guys know that. But yeah, somebody was trying to tell me my next map I shouldn't use horseplay at all. And I just went, what? Huh? I would do that if it was a small map. Which I kind of think the next map I might go for a regular size. I don't know. What is this, episode 38? I actually know what episode it is. Because it says it on the top of my screen. Actually, it says it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places right now. Because in my editing program, it says it a bunch. And I'm staring at my editing program to make this, you know, voiceover thing. Because I'm like playing it in my editor and then I can listen or watch it and then like talk. So that if I want to say like, hey, look at that auger wagon on the left. Then it matches up, you know? Yeah. The whole thing, right? But anyway, episode 38. So we're getting there, guys. The goal is 50 episodes or so. Guess I really need to, if you guys are in the stream on Thursday, remind me to go mess with the horses. I don't know if they're like, I don't know what Seasons does to the horses. Like if they're being, I don't know if the horse helper mod's working or not, because the plan was to get those things matured up. Or like, does it take more than 10 days now on Seasons? I don't even know. The plan was to get those matured up and then sell them and then sell my other animals. Then I can kind of start selling, you know, the silage, the hay, the grass, the straw, all the other stuff that I have that I don't need. So to kind of start, not necessarily start winding down the episodes or the map, because we still have, you know, we still have a few left, which is fine. It's great. But I guess I should start maybe thinking about a next map. Probably something a little smaller. These 4X maps are great, but after you play one and you're, at least this is my experience, when I play a big 4X map like this, and you know, I have giant fields where it takes hours and hours and hours to harvest. You know, that big field, if I was running one fast combine, it would take 12 hours to harvest. So that would be 24 roughly hours with a regular speed combine. If you can keep it emptied and moving the whole time, 24-ish hours, you know. But I feel like all the time I'm like, towards the end of these big maps, I'm just like, small map, please. Plains and simple. Same way after that. Oh man, I was so ready just to not play a big map. Didn't I stop Let's Plays after Plains and Simple, actually? Plains and Simples took a, or not Plains, Farms of Madison County, sorry. Farms of Madison County took so much time. Took so much time. I'm 270 hours ish into this map already, which is kind of crazy. But I'm not complaining about the hours. I enjoy playing this game, enjoy playing this map. If I wasn't having fun with this map, I would just not play it. You know, I'd go find something new and just be like, hey guys, I'm playing something different, you know? So I definitely still enjoy this map quite a bit. I like having these big fields. It's been fun, but at the same time, looking forward to a smaller map probably. So I don't know what that'll be. I mean, I'm always open for suggestions from you guys, that's for sure. And I'll talk to my Team Speak guys as well. A couple of those guys look at, you know, they're constantly looking at new maps and stuff. I just don't take the time to do nearly as much of that as I used to. You know, I used to look at new maps and all the mods. I just kind of don't take the time to do that anymore like I should. I probably should, you know, make the mod videos, which I think honestly, like with I think a good healthy goal for me would be to try to make those mod videos for the next game and try to make like how to cow and how to raise pigs and how to raise horses, and like try to make all those videos if we ever get a next game. Because you see, now that I have Carson as like my editor, my assistant, whatever you want to call him, you know, making videos like that wouldn't be a big deal because I can record them and just ship them to him and he can take care of it, you know. So that would help me out a lot, you know, because it's not the recording of the videos, it's all the behind the scenes stuff that just can take forever and be very annoying. So I just, you know, have him do it. And I know he's listening to this video too. And yeah, you know, it is what it is, right? So guys, we're almost done with this harvest. A few more minutes here, not too bad. Oh, I thought I was missing a button on my cuff on my flannel. It's flannel weather out here in the garage, you see. Oh, I talked about weather a lot in the other voiceover that I didn't record. I didn't really talk about it as much this one. We went to the farm today. Or yesterday for you guys. And I think our high temperature was like 10 degrees with 10 to 20 mile an hour winds, which I'm going to say down there because it's just open land and there's nothing to stop the wind. I'm going to say we had at least 25 mile an hour winds down there. And you talk about cold for St. Louis. Oh, now I know these numbers I'm about to say are not cold for you guys, but for us, oh, it was cold. It was cold. It got to the point in our shed where I just finally told Dad, I was like, I have to go home. I can't do this anymore. I got to go get in the warm truck and thaw out my feet, you know? That was the worst part. And I was wearing wool socks, decent shoes. My feet were just frozen. I don't know what. Oh, this combine needed his auger wagon. When I tried putting him back on the course here, he needed his auger wagon, but his auger wagon was up north. It was just like a trigger thing. He doesn't really have anything in him. He's empty, but it's still set to go to that auger wagon. The auger wagon ends up just going like stupid, basically. So what else is new? It happens, right? I'm not struggling with courseplay though. Just remember that, okay? That's not me. That's not me. Let's see. I was gonna pull up my weather and I got distracted by radar. So currently it's 0, feels like -18. Earlier today when the winds were really howling, it was feeling like negative like 20, 25. Which I know for you guys that live up north farther, that's nothing. But for where I live, that is like the worst thing ever. You know, like that's just, it's not the worst ever, but like it's really bad. It's really bad where I live. So I'm not used to that kind of weather, and I'm sure you can get used to it, and you wear enough layers and stuff, you can get used to that. You know, but I didn't have enough layers on, let me tell you. I only had wool socks on. I should have had like 12 pairs of wool socks on apparently today. I should get some of those heated socks, as my feet get cold constantly. I'm a cold foot kind of guy, especially at the farm, because like we're standing on cold ground all the time, you know. There's no barrier in the shed. It's just frozen dirt, you know, that we're standing on. So of course it's cold. You know, we can heat the air up. We're not heating up our floor in our shed. So yeah, speaking of the floor in the shed, I have some pictures I need to post here soon. Probably to Instagram, maybe Discord too, because I know not everybody does Instagram. So I need to post these pictures soon. We're getting cracks in our dirt floor in our shed from the cold weather. It's cracking the soil. It's kind of crazy because like the one we noticed the other day, it was by our fridge, and we're like, oh, that's not that bad. And actually it was really weird because like I had gone to the fridge earlier that day and it wasn't there. And then when we were like leaving that night, it was there, and you could see my footprint on both sides of the crack, but it didn't like disturb the crack. So I think it literally cracked while we were there, or like maybe it was already there, but it like opened up enough to be noticeable. That was Wednesday. Today was Sunday. I took another picture of it today, and I'll probably take another picture of it this coming Wednesday. But like, it's a noticeable difference how much this crack has opened up. Now, it's not like, oh my God, you're going to fall in and lose your foot or anything, of course. But it's kind of crazy. And you walk around our shed and the whole floor is just cracked up. It's kind of weird looking. Not going to lie. It's cool, but it's weird. All right, so that is all for the auger wagons. That is all for the harvest. We are going to go ahead and drive this guy back to the old shed. Might have just taken the thumbnail picture right there. I don't know. You tell me. Is that the thumbnail? It probably was. I like to take the thumbnail picture actually while I'm recording the video, because then it can't ever come back to like, oh, you're clickbait. It's like, no, it's in the video. Don't worry. It's there. Anyway, I'm rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure to check me out on Twitch today, tonight, all that good stuff, and we'll catch you then. Okay, bye.